Very quickly, we'd like you to introduce yourself, what you do.
Okay, my name is Abiodun Ajiborode.
Okay.
I'm a marketing professional,
Okay.
as you might know. I currently work for Nigeria Bottling Company, the Coca-Cola
Okay.
franchise bottler for Coca-Cola. And I am also a marketing consultant, so I do converting job for marketing.
Okay. So the first question I have is, would like to share with us 3 marketing case studies and what you really like about them.
In Nigeria, there are 3 marketing case studies that I think are very, very interesting and groundbreaking.
Okay.
The first one is Etisalat. And why did I say Etisalat? Etisalat came into the telecom industry when the market is already being, seen as saturated. Already we had MTN and the likes
Okay.
in the country, and people were saying that how would they cope or how would they succeed?
Survive.
So they came with customized number, which was ingenious. And at that point in time, it was like Nigeria hasn't had it before. It was easier for you to come and give them numbers, and then you give them the number that you want, and they give you a SIM card to actually with the same number that you've given them, which a lot of people fell into, and I saw a lot of people move into that space, asking them to give me this X1111. Everybody became a background. It was a brilliant, I think it was a brilliant case study in terms of marketing in Nigeria, which is about penetrating into a new market. The second one for me is SAB Miller. Coincidentally, I've worked in that company. There was a gap left in that beer sector, which is a price gap, a price point of from 100 naira to 150, and the likes of Nigeria Brewery and Guinness left that for a long period of time, and then SAB Miller capitalized on that,
Okay.
giving a good beer at that price range, understanding very well that Nigeria is a price driven environment, and they were able to capitalize on that gap. And then today, they are giving those other guys fight for their money. And the last one was Promasidor, which was in 1993. The penetration of Promasidor to the Nigerian market through the sachet for me was very good. It's a case study that everybody that cares to actually learn how to penetrate, a market like this that has, a lot of people at the bottom of the pyramid. You will want to learn from that kind of case study. So those are 3 top case studies that comes to me.
All right, thank you very much. I'm sure that marketers across Africa will learn a lot from what you just said. My next question is, what are the challenges facing marketing today? What do you think are the challenges that are facing marketing today?
Um, Basically, I think consumers are becoming sophisticated,
Okay.
and they are, more demanding. And then for you to really succeed in that marketing space, you have to understand consumer very well, and then be able to move in terms of trend as they grow,
Okay.
and then be able to be creative enough to meet those needs
Okay.
that consumers actually want. And that's what marketing. The traditional marketing way has faded, and you have to be in the space of consumer. And I think that is one challenge that I see happening within the marketing space.
All right, thank you very much. But how can these challenges be overcome?
Um, it's basically nothing but insights. Through consumer insight, you will
Okay.
understand what consumers want.
Okay.
You will be able to live in their space. You will be able to give them exactly what they want at the point where they want it, at the price point where they want it. And you can't get all of this except you do a proper, consumer research, which will help you gain insight about consumer, wants and dispositions.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. No, there are certain marketing trends that we have now.
Mhm.
Like you mentioned, 3 that you think will remain for a long time, and why you think they would. They
Okay.
would.
One, in Nigeria, I see that we are growing on a daily basis in the space, in digital space, and I think it's the space that would stay for a long period of time. So that digital trend will continue.
Okay.
The earlier any company within the that is marketing, what the consumer faces, the earlier the company understand the need to start moving into that space, the better for the company. I also think that the shopping trend is moving, like what you see in the UK. People are beginning to shift from open market shopping into modern trade, and I think that is an evolution in Nigeria.
Okay.
With the spring off of the likes of Shoprite, Spars, and the like. So people will start moving from the traditional way of shopping into that space. And
Okay.
again, that's further links to what is happening with Jumia, Konga, and the likes. A lot of people now sit in the comfort of their homes and order for whatever, and that trend I see it continue for a long period of time.
All right. Thank you so much. You mentioned at the beginning of this interview that you are into marketing consulting. So, what will you advise for marketers across Africa that will be interested in having their own consulting firm or going into consulting?
Okay. I think number one thing is to be clear the kind of value you want to deliver. And you're clear about the value, then you build your proposition around the value you want to deliver.
Okay.
So you can't be everything to
Okay.
everybody. So it's important for anyone going into consulting to first carve a niche for yourself. Marketing is big. It's like an elephant. You can't eat it at once. So carve a niche for yourself wherever you want to pitch your tent. Maybe it's advertising. You build your consulting in advertising. If it's in consumer engagement, you build your consulting and consumer engagement,
Okay.
and you build that, and then you expand and expand until you have a full-fledged what do you call it, marketing consultancy, firm. But if you say everything is what you want to do, then it becomes very, very difficult for you to succeed. Be known for something, then from that equity that you've built, transfer it into other aspects of marketing that you probably have interest. I think that is very important for
All
me.
right, that's really great. I think that's a mistake most marketers make. They tend to want to do everything all at once, as you said. So picking particular aspect of marketing is indeed very key. What would you say makes a world class global marketing professional?
Well, world class is is relative, but I think that for someone to be classified as a world class marketing professional, you need to have a depth and breadth of what is happening across the world
Okay.
about brands, about marketing generally. One, and I think again you need to marketers that wants to play in that space need to learn how to build their skills. Per time, understand the skill gaps and then begin to fill that gaps. So that is what makes you a robust and a rounded marketing professional. Otherwise, you'll be straitjacket or you'll be streamlined to a particular location and you don't really know what is happening. Then you want need to study and understand culture, trend, and peculiarity of different people across the globe. And I think that is what makes it. So that even if you are transferred from Nigeria to Uganda, you understand the culture of Uganda. You already know what Ugandans want. It's different from what Nigeria wants. For example, in Nigeria, big thing appeals to us, and then pride and image are very critical in Nigeria, and that is why you see a consumer go to a bar, drink Heineken inside the bar because Heineken is a global brand, big brand. Get to his comfort of his home, order for 3 or order for a brand of 150. Image is everything to us as far as Nigeria is concerned, and for somebody to be global, you need to understand the peculiarity and the nuances across different countries and people.
My next question is on content. We know that content is very, very important,
Okay.
especially in digital marketing. So, what would you say is the best strategy for creating a more shareable content?
Content is key. However, the effect of content is when consumers or people you're targeting can believe what you're sharing. So to me, I think the best strategy is what I always try to um, tilt towards is to get consumer to actually build the content for themselves. Yeah, you can try to moderate the content, but let them speak for themselves and then let the experience flows from the consumer. Then it becomes more believable. Can imagine if somebody who has won a what do you call it? Maybe Babaje or whatsoever the guys playing sport bet, and you get somebody to come and put the content how his journey to winning
Okay.
those money, it becomes very very you know believable, it becomes real and all of that. And I think that is what is important as far as strategy is concerned. I would rather let it be from outside to inside rather than being you sending content, because consumers are now wise, they know that you are just
Very
playing
true.
with them.
Very, very true. All right, thank you. Thank you so much for that. So believability is very key, and originality as
Mm.
well from consumers. My next question is how will you advise a marketer to leverage on the power of storytelling on social media?
Um, as we both know, social media is a wave, because that's where people go to get what's the next thing that is happening, what's the trend, what is happening, and all of that. So I think marketers need to identify you know good platforms, leverage the platforms, and then using the storytelling skills to actually drive the content that they are posting.
Okay.
Also identify who are influencers within that space, and then use the influencers to drive your content, your story, because it is very important. You have different blogs and all of that. Some of them doesn't even make sense. Some of them make sense. You need to on that social media. You need to understand which one makes sense, and then drive your content using the influencers on that same platform. I think that's important for you.
All right, thank you very much. The next question is on information overload. How do you deal with information overload in the marketing world or in marketing?
Number one, you can't stop information from coming to consumers.
Okay.
But from a professional perspective, it is important that whatsoever content you want to push into the market, into wherever space you're playing, whether digital space or in the terrestrial, what the traditional marketing communication space, you need to scale and then pace the content,
Okay.
because that's how I think you will be able to manage information overload and not give consumer too many things at the same time. When you pace it and you graduate it and say, okay, you can anticipate that within a day a consumer get like 100, 1000 types of this particular content that I'm sending out. Then you want to say, okay, how do you one, position your own content first to be creative enough to be at the top of the mind of consumer. Then how do you make sure that you don't send too many content at the same time before you create an overload that consumers just become bored and say, okay, this is too much for me. It is one, planning it into the strategy, then pacing the execution. I think that is, for me, it's very critical.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. As a marketing professional, what marketing and technological information resources do you rely on to stay current?
Interesting. We all know social media is important. So it's one what do you call it? One platform that I rely to get consumer insights. And why do I say that? Because when you go on a popular blog, you see something posted, you can see reaction of people, and that is where the insight is. It's not the content that is posted. Then you can read the mind of consumers. What are they saying? Because they are not afraid to tell you. They are not in a room that they are looking at your face. They are not seeing you. So they say it as it is. And when they say it as it is, you pick it, because that is who they are. And that's the reality. So to me, it is very important. Most of the time when I post content on digital platform, I want to look at what people are saying. Analyze what they are saying. What are the pros and cons of what they are saying? Okay. And then that becomes one aspect of getting information. And the other aspect are different platforms on the digital space. CIM is one of them. You can always get insights from CIM, and then you have InSeed, you have Harvard. All of these they have platforms that you can go to and get things that has to do with marketing profession.
Alright, cool. On a lighter note, what do you do when you're free in your leisure time?
Interesting. When I'm free, I write.
You write, okay.
So I have plans of writing books, and not just ordinary books. There are books that has to do with marketing and then practical marketing in Nigeria. So my spare time, I use that to. I've been on it for a while now. Write one chapter, leave it, and all of that, because the content has to be proven. So that's basically what I do. And when I'm totally not writing anything, maybe I watch movie.
Okay. I was actually looking forward to hearing the fun part, because I know that you've been talking of many serious things, that's cool. That's really cool. Okay, so I'm done with my questions, but I want you to give marketers across Africa that are going to watch this one last word, one piece of advice for every marketer that's going to watch this.
Okay. For marketers in Africa, I think what is critical for me is build your skills. It is very, very important. For you to be recognized and for you to be efficient, you need to have the requisite skills required for you to function in the marketing space. Don't be lazy. Put all your effort behind learning. And learning is gradual. It's not something that happens in a day. And when you do that, the sky is just a stepping stone.
All right, thank you very much.